Hi, this is what I call Milodraze project. Milodraze was the field in Bosnia at which this document, Ahdnama, was read in 1463 by some sultan or somebody like that, and it offered the protection to Fransiscans, Catholic order appointed by Vatican onto Bosnia to watch Bosnian religious affairs, because we had 6 wars of crusades against them, we were pronounced heretics. And no field of battle ever took place there, and it's curious that Ottoman Empire at that time would align itself with Vatican, but it did in such a way because the field is in its name. Milodraze is combining the word dear, because Bogumils means dear to God, alright? And combining the word dear the way it's said in Serbia and Croatia, Mio in Serbia and Drag in Croatia. Milodraze, it's the most Bogumil name of the more modern times, of that time. So field Milodraze is simply their act of stepping onto Bogumils and giving power to Fransiscans, the Catholics. And that was the alliance with Vatican. And Bogumils did suffer under there, that they sold like dozens of thousands of them into slavery immediately. Inquisitions were allowed, and people dying under most horrifying circumstances, and so forth. Bogumils were also tried as heretics and killed by Turkish, believe it or not. And this is a response to that alliance between Ottoman and Vatican. This is my message to Turkey. Alright. Now, here's a little thing I want to do for the heck of it. Dub myself with a nail clipper as a knight of Vites, knight of Ukraina, Vites of Ukraina. Hereby rename all the rivers and towns ever renamed by Ottomans throughout their invasion of Illyrian privacy for 415 years into their prior names before the Ottoman Empire. River Drina was most likely Dunav, Tuzla, Solis, and so forth, as to deny them the historical impact onto Bosnia. Alright, I'm going to undub myself a little bit here, and that's it. It takes a Bosnian to rename rivers and towns, by the way, so those are all invalid. Now, I also nicknamed the town of Sarajevo into gov't Bosanski. It means Bosnian act of God. For its valiant struggle under the siege of 1395 days, and it's I don't know, it's a town of Olympics, and we're so proud of it. But now this government of ours has acquired the Olympic fucking attitude towards its own people, alright? So there is something wrong about it severely, and it has to be addressed. I think this was part of it is the influence of Turkey. It was the price of help when everybody else turned around. And it was changing Alia's greeting, President Izetbegovic, from Pozdrav Domovnik to Allahu Ekber. And there is also something else I wanted to point out here. Where did I leave it? There it is. In one of the sites, because it's too thorough, it must be government site. Okay, it's on the zemljabosna.com. Okay. And I printed it out on June 7th this year. And here is it's a decree of Grgor Stjepanic from 1323. Okay, it's the year 1323, but check this out. Describing the land, and it says the word Drina. Now it will take 440 years for the river to be renamed into Drina. And I don't know who did this. If they named the river in the right way, our heads would not explode or something. They just put, but it kind of puts a historical dimension onto presence of Ottoman Empire into our country. And it's disgusting, you know what? It's simply meant to stupefy people. Was this the price of Turkish assistance to, or Middle East, or whoever that was? And there was also this document missing, Dayton Agreement. Somebody stole it right out of the archives. There are a lot of spies in my country. So in the government itself, could be some political official, for all we know. So I don't know what the extent of, if there is any, of Turkish government, but so far it's negative one. I also wanted to do another thing. When the war was, when war started, the rumor was spread immediately, Bosnian Muslims being re-educated. This is the very thing that is being told of us prior to war, and it was to spread the rumor among the Islamic nations and to make it easier to influence the Bosnian government by Muslim countries. So I'm going to do a little something here, and I never pray. Alright, never prayed. I'm half Muslim, never did the push-up thing or whatever. But regarding re-education, I'm going to pray just once for you to see you do whatever you want. Alright, look at this. Bogumils. It means God is great, Allahu Akbar. And my point is, I'm changing the way people pray. I'm going to do my best to spread the word, to change the language in which people pray, because it's Europe. We talk any language we want. I hope it spreads around, because Islam is a beautiful religion, but the arrogance of Islam is getting out of hand. And I should say arrogance of religious Muslims who think they are better than all other Muslims. And it has to be put down. It has to be put down so that religion itself, its moral value, can go on. There is something else regarding the development of Islam. Started where it started, cradle of civilization, Baghdad, Iraq, where resorts were taken, Bosnian Kingdom. Then ended up, patrons, us, ended up in Bosna, the country that ended up inspiring the whole of Europe into freedom through Bogumilism, the Gnostic movement. It was the second intellectual Mecca from Baghdad to Bosna. Then third, New World, USA for the world. Fourth one will be world's peace itself, and I'm working on that too. Fifth one will be people moving to another planet. Sixth one will be people coming in contact with a different life form. And this is the moment where Islam itself will gain most support. Here it says, in Quran it says, praise to be the God, cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. Alright? Worlds, plural. And at that point, Islam will have to have been flexible enough so that arrogance of Islam does not take over. People will be converting to it, but if arrogance of Islam, should I say, arrogance of Islamic people, religious people, stays on, it may take a different turn. It might implode within itself, the very moral value. It has to be opened enough. I'm also working on those rockets for the, fifth New World, sixth one, and I'm also trying to predict how will Islam survive regarding of the different life forms. So, Patrons, Zots, Gypsies, whatever you want to call us, have gone from step one, from Middle East to Bosna to USA. I'm in USA now. I have invited every nation already to vote for the world's peace. I am working on those rockets to grow up. And I'm trying to prevent arrogance of Islam for the contact with the alien life form. So this is about us needing re-education, and I dedicate this effort to all these people, innocent people, for, you know what, I'm gonna